everyone. My name is Jimmy Rogers. I'm the president of Frankfort Optimist Club. This is Tuesday, April the 25th. The Optimist Club meets at the Office Pub and Deli each Tuesday at 12 o'clock noon. I want to welcome everyone here today. We're blessed with having two speakers with us today. And like I said, Sharon Jackson is a program chairman for this month, but he has another obligation today. So we have Miss Carla Carter with the UK Cooperative Extension Office. And your name again, please?
Kennedy Hanna.
Kennedy Hanna, also with the UK Extension Office. Oh, Kentucky State, okay. Anyway, I asked Carla for a little bio so I could introduce her, and she said, I'm going to introduce myself. So I'll yield the podium to these two folks, and they can have the honors of introducing themselves.
Thank you. So like you said, my name is Carla Carter. I am a product of Frankfort, Kentucky. I graduated from Frankfort High in 1990, many moons ago. I went to Kentucky State University and received my bachelor's degree in child development and family relations in 2007. And then I just completed my master's degree last December in instructional systems design from the University of Kentucky with a graduate certificate in distance education. And so I am the Family Consumer Science Agent now at the UK Cooperative Extension Office right here in town where your tax dollars pay for. I've been in this position for the last 8 months, but May 9th, I will have been with the Cooperative Extension Office for 7 years. I started out as their staff assistant and worked my way up there. So excited to be there. So you asked, what is a Family Consumer Science Agent? It is your old home economics teacher. I'm just not old. We bring nutrition education, financial education, life skills, and we can take it out into the community, or we can bring it back to our office. I'm over our homemaker clubs, and it's so great to see one of my homemakers here, Cindy Skinner, so not so scared about that. We do have 5 clubs and 3 special interest clubs, so if anybody is interested. And we do offer a homemaker scholarship, so if we have, of any seniors graduating from high school in the local area, we do offer a $750 scholarship, so that can pay for a couple of books or something else, and those applications can be picked up from the guidance counselor's office at the high schools or at the extension office. Right now for programming, I am at the senior center, very, very active out there. My passion is not nutrition. I didn't get the cooking gene from my mom or my dad. My dad was a military cook and my mom was just a cook for the community and the church. That gift didn't fall off on me. I'm a technology person. But I love my seniors and I love my little ones. So right now, the big things that are going on are bingo size. I do bingo size twice a week at the Capitol Activity Center at 10 o'clock. And so they are loving it and it's growing it. And what bingo size is, it's research-based from Western Kentucky University, and it's a combination of health education, bingo, and exercise. And we know our seniors love bingo, so if we can get them to come and start exercising, it's good for their brains, it's good for their bodies, and we want them around for a long time. And Franklin County itself has one of the largest senior populations out of all the counties. We're growing because of the baby boomers. So we've got to protect our seniors. I also teach down to King's Daughters Apartments at bingo size. And then I'll be starting soon with a new recovery group here in town working on life skills there. So I am just excited to be here. I do want to mention that we do have 3 other program areas at UK Cooperative Extension here in Franklin County. We have our agriculture department, and Keenan Bishop has been here. Sure, everybody knows Keenan because when they come to the office, they say, "Can I speak to the agent?" And we're like, "Which one? We have 5." And they're like, "No, the agent." So Keenan's nickname is the agent at the office. He wanted to let me remind you all that Farm City Field Day, the 63rd annual Farm City Field Day, will be July 13th, and it's going to be at the Harrod Farm. Beth and Jeff Harrod will be hosting this year. So come on out, get some food, learn about farming, agriculture, and we hope to have a vaccine clinic there as well. So if you need to get up to date on your vaccines, hopefully they will be there as well. And then also this coming weekend at Lakeview Park, we're glad to have Adam Leonberger. He's our horticulture agent. Many of you may have stopped by the office. One gentleman just already told me, if you have insects and bugs, if your trees are dying, and he'll say if they're dying, they're already dead. There's nothing he can do about them. But if you have plants and you want to know more about them, or you need soil samples, Adam's great for that. He is our horticulture agent, and we're fortunate to have one of those. And then we have 2 4-H agents, Mackenzie Priest and Austin Brewer, and I believe they've been here before. And they're busy getting ready for 4-H camp. We opened up 4-H camp, and then the second week we were already full. So that speaks to the volumes and their numbers. And they're also working with a new program called Juntos, which will be working on our Spanish population here. And they're working on trying to get them acclimated and ready to go to college. So they will get the training and skills that they need. And they're in collaboration with Rosenwald at Kentucky State University. So a lot of great things going on, a lot of collaborations, but I'm so excited to be here. And if there's anything we can do, stop by the extension office, because your tax dollars are paying for what we do, and we want to see what kind of programs that you would like to see at the extension office. Oh, one thing that will be coming up for my area, we're going to start yoga. A lot of people have talked about mental health, and you know, since the pandemic has been here, mental health is at an all-time high, and so we will be having yoga on Saturdays starting in May, and then it will go for 6 weeks. So, but the location will be at the extension office, and it will be free, but we do ask for a donation if you would like to, but we hope to get everyone out. So, any questions?
You're located at Lakeview Park.
I am located at Lakeview Park when I'm not in training, which is a lot as a new agent.
Any questions for Carla? All right.
Great.
Speaker number 2.
Hello, everybody. Well, I'm not saying good afternoon, but good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing today? My name is Kennedy Hanna. It was an honor and pleasure to come here. Carla gave me the invite to come, and I said, well, I wouldn't have a problem doing that. Like I said at first, I'm Kennedy Hanna. I'm not originally from Frankfort. I am from Indiana. Decided to go to school last minute here, and that was about maybe 10 years ago, and next thing you know, I stayed. I had a family and ended up, Frankfort had their open arms, and I hugged right back. But I graduated from Kentucky State in 2015. I am a child development and family relations major. Always had a passion on working with young children and adults. Just something that means a lot to me. Want to give back service to a community. I feel like if you're going to live somewhere, you should be a part of the community. You know, show your face, be one. Prior to me coming to Extension, I am a new face to an Extension. I just started as a Family Consumer Science agent in January. Prior to that, I was an assistant to Family Consumer Sciences. And prior to that, I worked at Kentucky State University after school programming and violence prevention with a lot of our young youth here in the city. Like I said, I love what I do. I have a passion for what I do. I've been having a great time tagging along Carla. She's actually helped me with the bingo size. I've actually started my own bingo size program here at Morning Point Living Assistance Center. It's turned out great. I had my first program yesterday. Similar to we also do pop-up clinics and vaccine clinics at Kentucky State Universities. With the COVID in the last couple of years, things haven't really been as usual. They've kind of been unpredictable. And we've all kind of had to work together and come together as a team. And the uptick of the vaccinations in the community, not just COVID, but shingles and pneumonia and the flu shots, things of that nature. Along with that, I've also done life skills training with some middle schools in Lexington. I'm actually going to bring those to Shelbyville as well. I'm an area agent for Shelbyville as well as Franklin County. So those are some things that I have going on. I don't sound like I'm rambling a little bit here. I'm sorry, excuse me. Just a little nervous. I'm nervous. Along with the life skills training and along with the bingo size, we do growing and garden outreach, things like that. We have a garden on campus for some of our youth to come in. It gives them the filling up importance of what it feels like to grow your own crops, take care of them. And, getting gets better to gearing them to eating healthy, nutrition, things of that nature. Our job in family consumer science is not only is it for health and wellness, but nutrition and goal setting for children and understanding what you want to be when you grow up. My specialties per se for me is working with children. I've always had a passion of working with youth. That's just kind of what I'm geared to and what I love to do. I think for children to see someone in their community that can reach their goals, positive impacts can go a long way for a lot of children, a lot of adults. You want to see positive results, you have to think positive thoughts, per se. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I think that's about it. Just to tell you a little bit about myself, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the future and things of that nature. If you have any questions, I can leave my cards or anything you need. Yeah.
I've just wondered what pushed you in that direction. Do you have a lot of brothers and sisters, or a big family, or what?
I somewhat have a big family. I appreciate the question. It helped me out a little bit. I have a big family, but I also come from a long line of teachers. Growing up, I kind of always wanted to be a teacher. I don't really know what it was. My mother was a teacher, my father, my sister, my auntie. But along that line, as I was going to get my degree, I ran into some walls. I had some things and some troubles. So I ended up changing my major, and I became a child development major in family relations, more so working with young children and helping with their families. And sometimes the old saying that your heart kind of pulls you where you're meant to be. And I really feel like that's just kind of what I had a passion for. That kind of what gets my blood flowing sometimes. I'm not really sure why. I'm a coach's kid. I come from a long line of educators, and working with families and children is kind of a passion you have to have. It's not necessarily a job. I tell kids I talk to all the time, it is so easy going to work when you do something that you love, rather than just going for a paycheck. But that's all right. I don't mean to ramble and go off, but just a little bit of myself and my passions of what I enjoy doing. Any other questions?
What about the aquatic center out at the farm? Do you know anything about it?
I can't tell you much about the aquatic center. I know every year we do have booths set up at the State Fair in Louisville, and we do have aquatics. I don't really know how to pronounce it, but there's a nice little apparatus where you have fish, and they're using the water and the fishes, but their bowel movements to grow plants. So I think that's something pretty cool, and I know every time people stop by, they're always interested in that. But we have a great aquatics center. If you guys should come up and give a tour one day. Have any of you guys been to the farm on KSU's farm?
Yes.
It's a beautiful farm. They just had Reforest Frankfort last week. I heard it was a great turnout. Currently, right now, this moment is the Harold Benson Luncheon, so everybody's up there enjoying some fish and things of that nature. But it's a great place to visit. We try to get a lot of children, a lot of people in the area into the farm, because as a student myself, I didn't know much about the farm until I started working in extension. And I started going over, and I'm like, wow, there's a lot really going on at this farm. And I said, well, I learned more about extension. I said, well, let me try to put an application in. And before you know it, it's so many things taking place. It's so many things that we're here for you guys. We're here for the community. We're here to give back on every level possible. So on a needs basis.
Now, how do you reach out to children and families to help them?
The best way to reach out to children and families, one is be present. You have to go where they're at. That means little league games. My son just had a baseball game yesterday. I was right there in the middle of it, passing my cards out, getting familiar with the counselors and the schools, the school board. In order to tap into that audience, you have to be one with that community. You can't be a stranger. One of the reasons why I'm here today, so you guys can see my face and see who I am. It's hard reaching out to people, but the best thing you can do sometimes is you have to relate to them. And being there, being present is one of the best ways. Being one of the people, per se.
So what you do is equivalent to what Carla is, extension agent, and you're through K-State, right?
Yes, I'm through K-State. I'm literally the exact same thing, with
Okay.
just she's from UK and I'm
Right.
from K-State.
Okay.
Together we do partner, we do a lot of programs ourselves
Okay.
together. Like I said, I just started in January and Carla has been a huge help to me. Like I said, I just started my own, I wouldn't start my own bingo size program if it wasn't for Carla. So I really appreciate Carla. In a sense, she's kind of taken me under my wing. Through the process, we found out we were somewhat neighbors.
Well, yeah.
But it's a small world sometimes.
Well,
Do you have any numbers on how many children or families that you actually are involved with?
Ooh, at this current moment, well, I've been working with children and families here in Frankfort since 2013. So a lot of I can't give you an exact number, but a lot of the children I have started out working with are in college now. And I think that is probably one of the biggest things, and I can really pat on the back. You love seeing kids that you work with that end up turning out being successful. 50, 60, hundreds maybe, you know.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, anything else? Well, Kennedy, you sound like you'd make a good office working with kids.
Thank you. I'm sorry for that. Thank you guys.
I'm not finished, come back. Anyway, for your coming today, speaking to us, I'd like to leave you with an Optimist glass.
Thank you.
As a little gift from us, and also the Optimist Creed. So, Carla, I have one for you.
thank you.
I don't know if you all remember or not, but Jeanette East used to be the home economic, is that right? Home economic representative here in town for 100 years. So this is Jeanette East. Carla, you get a glass for being with us today.
Thank you.
And also a copy of the Optimist Creed.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I know Kennedy said that he loved his job. That's half the battle.
Yeah.
If you love what you're doing.
Yep, and we do what we do. We don't do what we do for the pay. We do it for the people. We're here to serve. I'm servant first in everything that I do. And ever since I was little, that's how I was brought up. And so glad to have my pastor here today as well.
Yeah, we've become good friends, and he's an optimist now, and we appreciate it.
That's great. That's great. But we're so glad to be here. And like Kennedy said, anything that we can do for you all, we try to base our programs around what the community needs. And so the one thing I didn't mention was the plant sale. The plant sale is this weekend for the Capital Area Master Gardeners at Lakeview Park. So instead of going to those big box stores to get your flowers and plants, come to the plant sale at Lakeview. We've got expert gardeners that are growing at a great price. You can get your tomatoes, your perennials, and they always usually sell out. And there's house plants. So it's from 9 to 2 at Lakeview Park.
This weekend?
This weekend.
Yeah. Those are plants that are raised with love too. Yeah.
With lots of love.
Not mass produced.
Okay. Did not know that.
Yes. Every year. They have it every year.
At this time?
At this time, every year.
Just one weekend?
Just on Saturday. Yes.
Okay.
What is that organization? It's called something grow. What is the organization that's growing the plants?
Capital Area Extension Master Gardeners.
Yeah, Master Gardeners.
So each area has its own like specialty. So I have homemakers, Kentucky Extension Homemakers Association. They have Capital Area Extension Master Gardeners, and then there are Master Cattlemen. We don't have any in Franklin County, but if you wanted to join, Keenan would be the one that you would get with.
No, they're going to have native grasses and trees, things like that, native to Kentucky.
I'm sure that they probably will, because there's been a big push for native plants here recently. So,
Thank you.
Again, thank you all very much. And anytime you don't have a place to eat lunch on Tuesday, just show up. All right, next week, Sally Sally Jumps, the program chairman for May. And next week, we're going to have the mayor, Lane Wilkinson.
I thought we were going to have you in
Well, we can bring him back. I thought we were going to have the judge in June.
We're having him the last week in June.
Oh, we are?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's okay.
We'll work it out.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. All right, if there's nothing else, let's stand and recite our creed. We'll be out of here.
She said,
All right, promise yourself
to be so strong that nothing can disturb your peace of mind, to offer health, happiness, and prosperity to every person you meet, to make all your friends feel that there is something in them, to look at the sunny side of everything and make your optimism come true, to think only of the best, to work only for the best, and to expect only the best, to be just as enthusiastic about the success of others as you are about your own, to forget the mistakes of the past and press on to the greater achievements of the future, to wear a cheerful countenance at all times and give every living creature you need a smile, to give so much time to the improvement of yourself that you have no time to criticize others, to be too large for worry, too noble for anger, too strong for fear, and too happy to prevent the presence of trouble.
Christian New Larson.
Hope to see everyone next week.